Hi everyone, this is Veronica. Today we are going to talk about POCSO Act. POCSO Act. See, we need to know here one thing about this POCSO Act. This is the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012, which was brought in after a bill which was passed in 2011 to provide a robust legal framework for the protection of children from offences of sexual assault, sexual harassment and pornography, while safeguarding the interest of the child at every stage of the judicial process. But somewhere we have seen in a Madras High Court judgment, recommendations for amendments in this act has been suggested. We'll discuss in detail what is the case, what happened. So for my video updates, you can follow me on Instagram or on Facebook. This is our channel StudyIQ. If you're preparing for any government exam, our pen drive and tablet courses are also available. For additional information, you can call us on these numbers or you can visit our website too. The PDF of this lecture will be available in Hindi and English on our website. So now, what is the relevance of this topic from your examination point of view? In your mains paper 2, it will be covered here. At examination level, what is POCSO Act? Definition of child, that should be clear. Now, why it is in news? Because Madras High Court has suggested changes in provisions regarding the age of consent and the age gap in POCSO Act. Two things have been suggested because there was a case. Now, what has happened? The Madras High Court recently acquitted a young accused of sexual assault charges under POCSO Act 2012. So it also made two significant suggestions. First suggestion is the age of the definition of child under section 2D of POCSO Act. So that age should be taken as 16 rather than 18. Now, POCSO Act account for the difference in age between the offender and the girl who is involved in consensual sex after the age of 16. So that means the age between offender and girl involved in consensual sex should be taken care of. This means that any consensual sex after the age of 16 or bodily contact or allied acts can be excluded from the purview of POCSO Act and the rigorous provisions therein. Now see, such sexual assault, if it is so defined, can be tried under more liberal provision. So Madras High Court clearly said, like, it could be such things where consensual sex is the matter, it should be taken care, should be tried under more liberal provisions. This is to distinguish the cases of teenage relationship, which we usually deny, that after 16 years from the cases of sexual assault on children below 16 years of age. So it also suggested that Act be amended such that the age gap is not more than 5 years. So even the court has suggested the age to be 5 years or so in consensual sex where one is age 16 and above. Now why they are doing this? This is to ensure that the vulnerable age of the girl is not taken advantage of by person who is much older than her. Now we'll talk about two perspectives here. One suggestion that Madras High Court has given, that is age of consent. So many people are actually giving a welcome to this step. Let's see why. Now try to understand this. The POCSO Act denies consensual sexual agency for young persons falling in 16 to 18 years of age bracket. It entails a long 7 to 10 years of rigorous imprisonment for the offender. But a lot of experimental consensual sexual acts takes place in the age group between 16 to 18, which we need to recognize. However, on coming to parents, when such things come in front of parents' knowledge, in most cases the parents of the girl lodge a complaint that it was non-consensual and the boy is punished. So decriminalization of consensual sex between those aged 16 and 18 will help address such false complaints by the parents of the girls, which usually happen in our society. Physical relationships between such teenagers due to infatuation, innocence could be insulated from rigorous provision. That is what is the intention of the Madras High Court here. It also acknowledges that consensual sex cannot be criminalized at an age when sexual exploration is common between the teenagers. Now, there is a contention with the next suggestion. Next suggestion is of the age gap. An older man using his power and position to exploit a younger woman could be subjected to criminalization. But just because there is more age gap between the alleged offender and the victim, a consensual act cannot be criminalized. Like many people are saying, it should not be criminalized on the basis of age gap. Nevertheless, it could prevent a much older person from exploiting a minor and her innocence. Age difference not being more than, so even if we talk about the countries like UK and US, so in UK the age difference not being more than 4-5 years is followed, and in US also there are close-in age exemptions, also called Romeo and Juliet laws in US. Now what next? What is the way forward in this case? See, the government will have to take steps to eliminate the unwarranted criminalization of consensual or romantic sexual relations. Madras High Court cannot make laws. Making laws is the job of Parliament. So yes, Parliament has to come up with some amendments in this regard, what the suggestions have been made. Any relaxation of stringent punishment entailed in the Act may also be misused. So the most critical thing here is to distinguish between the consensual sex, between adolescence, and abuse and exploitation. This will remain a big challenge. The onus here is on the investigating officers to differentiate between these two things, where the consensual sex is being taken place or it is a exploitation or a sexual abuse. But what happens? Inspectors and sub-inspectors are often driven by their moral compass around sex and sexual acts. So here the duties of government, that these officers who are handling such cases should be sensitized and imparted with intelligence and self-awareness for nuanced reading and application of the law for a better society, and thinks that such false cases should not come up, because POCSO is a really very stringent act where punishment is very bad. So if innocent has fallen into such a prey, this is really bad we are doing to someone's life. So this is all about today's lecture. If you have any queries, you can contact me on Instagram, Facebook or Telegram channel. Thank you.